Often, overthinking leads us to burnout, depression, and a lot more mental fatigue and consciousness of losing of sight of who we are. And we start postponing things to we'll do that someday, and we learn that someday, and we keep on postponing to a day, another day, another day, another day, and it keeps on forwarding consciously forward. And most importantly, what I've faced in this overthinking journey is that I don't feel the need to do that in that particular moment as soon as I've planned it, but rather than the list starts increasing as to when do I do it, how do I do it, how do I do it, how do I overcome this problem, how do I, instead of just reacting on it and instead of just doing in that particular moment, I fail to do that and it leads to procrastination and it often keeps postponing at that particular time. And once when I look back and see it's everything different and I don't feel the same kind of feeling anymore and I don't feel like doing the same thing anymore and I don't feel like doing it all. And the kind of problems that we come across in terms of overthinking is just that it leads to burnout, it leads to depression, it leads to mental anxiety, it leads down to constant comparison, it leads down to physical health issues, mental health issues, and thinking, am I good enough? Am I good enough to do this? Am I good enough to go ahead and pursue this? Or if I really want to bring a change in my life as to by pursuing this, will I ever be able to do it? Constant question of us comparing ourselves and questioning ourselves comes into the picture, and we do not even know as to how do we overcome this problem. The only purpose I've taken a long break is because I did not want to do something random on this, because as far as I've concerned, I'm stumbling and fumbling a lot because I've lost the touch entirely being real with every one of you. And one of the things that I've really come across by overthinking and procrastinating and trying to figure things out and not being able to do it properly, and it did a lot of work behind. My mental health was extremely bad, and the fatigue was extremely higher than you think. And I had a lot of personal issues and digestive problems, and did not even think of making this one because I really want to come across on the screen, and I want to tell this to people that overthinking is not bad, but overthinking is bad until an extent it affects your mental health and starts draining your energy out of everything, and you cannot do anything anymore rather than just doom scrolling and constant comparison and not being able to kind with yourself. And one of the things that I've come across yesterday is probably known as executive dysfunction, which extremely leads to burnout and not being able to reply to a text and not being able to perform basic activities such as going to washroom, responding to somebody, trying to answer the call, trying to do something which is productive. You don't feel like getting up at all. And I've experienced it all. I've done everything, been there, been that, done and dusted, everything is done. But the point of me sharing this topic across my platform is that I really want everyone to come across this problem only for good reasons, is that you get to know as to you really get to know as to what do you exactly want, and you start figuring out it slowly, just in case even if you're in the wrong phase, even if you're in the right phase, you will definitely get to know as to what you exactly want and what is it that exactly you're looking forward to. And one of the things that I can delegate to you is, once you start planning things according to your own cycle of phases as to when and what do you want to do and how to overcome this problem, I have the 5 step rule that I've come across, and it is extremely beneficial if you start using this extremely productively day to day only for 7 days. And I bet you can literally transform your entire overthinking process into the direct process of executing things in the much better way possible. One of the things is, you have to plan and organize, and you have to understand it is important to take breaks rather than doing it one on one, one on one, one on one. And the more you start planning goals and the more you start looking at them as a huge number, you keep postponing it and you cannot manage your time, and the flexibility does not the flexibility does not get uniform, and you take a lot of mental breakdowns rather than trying to execute one task at a time. And probably it increases your frustration, it increases your anxiety, it decreases your confidence in doing it, and you lose the power of yourself and everything. And the only way to overcome this is to, by taking some time, taking a break, trying to realize as to what do you exactly want, and trying to figure out exactly as per your plan, and following this for 7 days. Trust me, you can definitely do it. And probably I have to end this video by now because I have something else to do after this. And I hope it helps. So the only my intention is to help my audience and people who are watching this feels helpful. And let me know as to what do you think. And please do see that you do not get the lost of sight of who you are. That's exactly what I'd like to say. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Please give me some time. I'll come back with some other topic really soon with a bang, though. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you all so much, though.